It's Miami.
It's Christian.
Here sitting at the grandma table. What's poppin', bro?
A whole bunch of everything, man. Life is popping.
Every time. Okay, so this week on the topic, the audience can see. But what I wrote down in my notes was broaden who you can be. And so I just wanted to start off with a question. If you think back to childhood memories, right? What are the occupations that people put in your head for you to want to try out?
Well, the big money makers for sure.
Like what?
Like doctor, lawyer, like it's somewhere, some high position in the military.
Yeah. Same old.
Yeah. Them same type.
Tech job.
Yeah. Plant job.
Same old shit everybody say.
And they all frame it the same way. You do this, you go to school, or you find somebody you know, or it's a connect here, it's a connect there, and it'll get you right in the door. Anytime I got told something about getting right in the door, I didn't enjoy it. Like, because it usually meant I was gonna do some grueling work and be unhappy, and the schedule was gonna be terrible. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But yeah. And I find it funny that that's everything that everybody pushed for, like you remember we was in school and people, what do you want to be when you grow up? Everybody would say them type of jobs and stuff like that. And I just think back to, like, in the moments being asked them questions, man, ain't nobody that ever raised their hand and said stuff about that. I think I know a few people that actually said they want to go out there and be those jobs or be those specific, you know what I'm saying, in them specific careers that people put in your heads to go after and stuff like that. I might know a few people that's actually trying to go do that still.
Yeah.
From the time that we was asked them questions in, like, high school and middle school and all that.
I don't really know anybody, and this is where I got this topic from. I don't know anybody that told anybody to go be a show producer.
No.
I don't know anybody that ever told somebody to go be a stage director, a script writer. I never saw anybody say go be a artist manager. I never saw anybody go be a market director. You know what I mean? Like I never heard. And when you grow up, like if you fancy yourself, especially coming from the areas we come from, because a lot of people just do not, for whatever reason, have the mind to go do the research. Nobody ever looks from the places that we're going in, and they lose hope because they're like, well, I'm not going to school for 20 years for a doctor, lawyer, all of that, right? Mm-hmm. I don't want to go to school, really, so that takes the tech job out the way. Well, fuck it, I guess now I gotta go work for a plant, right?
That's the only other.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's the. But that's the thing, like. The money is important, but it's like the skills are more important than the money. You get what I'm saying? But nobody ever shares with you how to be skilled in these type of fields. So, like, even though right now they're way more accessible than ever, like, okay, for example, if you run an Instagram page, right? Mm-hmm. And you build up a following over 1,000 followers, you have the skills necessary right now to be a market director.
Yeah.
You have the skills right now to be a team lead for a company's marketing division.
Mm-hmm.
If you can do that, if you can capture the attention of audiences with posts on social media, you are already in sales.
Mm-hmm.
You're already in the marketing team. You're
Mhm.
already in the ads team. You just need the skills to be able to know how to run ad campaigns.
Mhm.
You already know how to create the content. You already know how to distribute it.
Mhm.
You just need how to actually put money behind it
Yeah.
and get it on a campaign and make it official.
Mhm.
But see, most people don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw my little cousin doing the TikTok dances and she was doing like people's edits for her, I'm like, okay, like you're a visuals editor, like already at like 12, 13. Like if you can do it for Instagram, you can do it for anything.
Mhm.
All you need is the knowledge of software.
Right.
Because at that point, your creativity is what, and your ability to take in what somebody tells you that they want done and to be able to produce it, that's all you need to have the skills for that job.
Mhm.
So when you're taking people's dub smashes and they're telling you how you want it to come out and you're producing those results at 13, you already got the skills necessary.
Yo, yeah,
You're
for sure.
like, all you need is the exposure. Now you could go out into the workforce right now. You know what I mean? You just need the ability to be able to meet project deadlines but nobody ever talks about this. Nobody ever, like, we always talk about the things that's right in our face, but we never look deeper. We never look and see that in this world, it is a collaborative effort with everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. And there's entire teams dedicated to whatever is in your face. There's it's a lot of people that love fashion, but for some reason they're not doing styling. They're not anyone's stylist. Like for anything. They don't want to be a costume director for a local play. You know what I mean? Like and it's like everybody wants the attention that comes with it and the money, but it's like, how are you ever gonna get the money if you don't ever get the exposure on the stages?
And I ain't mean to cut you off, but they want it like right now.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to have said, oh well, 10 years before I ever seen a real pretty penny off of anything, or before ever I got my first break or anything like that. I was just like you said, like I was just making costumes for a local play, and then a local play turned into a couple local plays, and then one of these local plays got put in front of a such and such designer had walked in on one of them and said, "Wow, I like that." Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want that. They want, I did this yesterday, and somebody found me tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stuff simply, like, it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, anything worth investing in isn't gonna be something that gets invested in tomorrow, today. Like, and you see it.
You gotta work around the areas where you want to get noticed at.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, for example, like Eric Spoelstra, right? Eric Spoelstra was the Heat's. He was on their tape team, like the guys who do film. That's what he was doing before he became a coach.
Really?
Yes, but he was giving insight on what he saw on the tapes, and like the coaches was bringing it back to Pat Riley, and Pat Riley was so impressed he offered him a coaching job. But if he's not even in the area,
Yeah.
he's never gonna get offered the job.
He's not even gonna get looked at.
And he could have also got that job working his way up as a coach. But you got to be in the area where the people that you want to find you are to be found most of the time in life, that viral success story is not the norm.
No.
It's not usually how it goes. So it's like, for example, with us, okay, we have the podcast and we post a lot on the podcast, but there's a reason I already have laid out in my mission statement that I wrote for my company. This podcast is not the only venture that's going on. And so there's gonna be more where it's like, and they're in developmental stages because I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do them. But there's gonna be more, not just productions online, but productions that are gonna. I've already required myself for some of these productions. I have to get out and do them. I need other people to be a part of the filming in order for me to even get some of the things that I have in my head done. So I'm already in the planning stages of where it's like, okay, in the next year or 2 years, there's going to be things coming out where I have no choice but to be in the rooms. I have no choice but to be in the areas. But we're so stuck on these job titles and these professions and these identities that don't take anything creative as a serious business front. They don't take anything that has anything to do with anything other than lawyer, doctor, technician into account. Like, it's either lawyer, doctor, technician, or factory worker for everybody. And it's like, no, like, my uncle does landscaping. My dad does concrete. I know a guy that does auto detailing. I know a guy that does deliveries. Like, you get what I'm saying? Where it's just like, okay, there's like, in order to make the world that we, as we know it, work, everybody has to have a position. Everybody has to be somebody. My dad has a concrete business. He needs a marketer. That's where I come in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, where it's just like, okay, you do deliveries. You need your services out there. That's where I come in. Like, but we're so focused in on telling the kids, we're giving them 5 categories and wondering why they're depressed and why they're failing when they're not meeting those expectations.
You dimming their creative light.
Correct.
When you tell them, okay, yeah, I'm not, because it's talked about all the time. Oh, no, we're not going to box you in. But here go your 5 categories of work. Your career. And looking at, when you say work and you put career behind it, the word career usually means you gonna spend some time there. You gonna have some hours put in for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? This isn't any, like, when you think doctor, that's a career. When you think lawyer, that's a career. Like, but who's to say these skills can't be your career? Like think about it. How long you been doing YouTube and this media stuff?
Yeah. This is year 9.
Career.
Yeah.
You know, you've been at this longer than some players have played in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just a piece of, it is a piece of work, but it's not. No, the work. This is the work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the work.
Yeah, this isn't, oh no, he just do this in his spare time. This, no, this is your career.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the developmental stages of making stuff like this a career.
Yes.
Instead of, you know what I'm saying, just a pastime.
Yes.
Or anything like that. Like, no, so when you get told that, okay, these are your only categories to choose from, like, where's the creativity in these fields? Like, I don't even have the free, like, I don't even have the choice of too much that I can really do in these fields, because before I ever get to a point to where I'm expanding my ideas and all of that, I gotta go through so much school. I gotta go through so much paid for college and listening to this practice and that practice and putting myself in. I can't even really breathe in these areas until I'm 40.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like, no, for the world we live in, that's just not the way anymore.
But I think it's so interesting that most of the time, like, people that are pursuing, like if you want to be a doctor, for example, right? Mm-hmm. Most people spend most of that time making little to no money.
Yeah.
But that's okay because of the illustriousness of the career they're pursuing.
Yeah.
But if you're a music artist and you spend the first 10 years not making any money, somebody's going to tell you to give up on that dream.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to tell you to give up on pursuing that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we don't look at it like that for those other fields of endeavor. And it's not that I don't understand where it's like, okay, you see the obvious jobs here, but that's the thing. Like, when you're talking creative work, for example, with us, and this is why I was always worried about, because we had this conversation earlier about me not wanting to put my dreams on to you and all that other type of stuff. But one of the reasons that I worry about that is because the main challenge that I always accepted was I have to create the work.
Yeah.
Like, when I'm pursuing this, there is no spot for me to fill. I gotta go make the spot.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make people pay attention to my productions.
Yeah. I
gotta make something that is so great that somebody sees it and they're like, oh my God, we gotta put funding behind this. Mm-hmm. Like that. And then I have to have the team in place to be able to handle that funding and create more and produce these projects and get them out. And like, that is the field of endeavor in which I'm taking on, especially because I'm not doing video for somebody else. Yeah. I'm not trying to be a videographer or a photographer or an audio engineer for another artist. I'm not trying to be that for somebody else's production company. I'm not trying to be that for the news. I've already committed to creating my own company that produces things and puts these things out. So like, that is a field of endeavor in which it's like, okay, yes, business owner, but when we talk about technicalities, what am I? I am an audio and visual producer. Mm-hmm. I am a productionist. Yeah. Like, that is something entirely artistic. It is entirely up to the people on whether or not you ever get paid for this.
Yeah.
But if you want to pursue it, you better make damn sure that your productions and your marketing strategy to get it out to the people is damn good.
Right.
So all of that falls back on me. So I would see where somebody would see that going for 10 years and say, maybe you should give that up. But what I'm saying is, I think that convention is bullshit, not only because, especially nowadays, the prospect of getting enough eyes on it to make money on it is far greater today with the avenues of the internet. Mm-hmm. But also, that is a part of any endeavor in which you are not falling in the safety net of building up somebody else's shit.
Yeah.
You can, dang, I didn't mean to cuss. You can look and say, I want to own a restaurant, and you could own a restaurant that brings in people all the time, and for the next 10 years earn little to nothing in profit that you take home.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's just like, but nobody's going to look at that the same way they look at something that I'm doing. The same way that if I was to tell somebody, you can go be a music artist, you can do that. You can go be a producer, you can do that. If you go and you make little to no money doing that for the next 10 years, they're going to judge you for it. And they're going to tell you, see, I told you that was never a career to begin with. Where it's just like, anything that you're putting your own backing behind and that you're going based off what the public decides is worthy, most of the time you are going to go the first 10, 15 years and you're going to fail and you're going to have to learn lessons, and that is completely normal. But we push it to the point where it's like, if you want to be a screenplay writer and you don't have a screenplay written by the time you're 35, give up on that and find something more practical. And it's like, I get what you're saying, but why does quote unquote practicality have to be the end all be all?
Yeah.
It doesn't if you're willing to make the sacrifices for it. But so many people, it's not that they're not willing to make the sacrifices. They're scared to make the sacrifices and be judged for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you said it on one of the last episodes. You willing to do this for free before you ever look at a dime. You was doing this for fun at your youngest age.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but I said I was willing to do this for free for another 10 years. Yeah. I'm on year 9 right now for another 10 years. Yeah. If I don't make a dime, I'm still going to do this.
Yeah. Like, but that's the thing. I think to be able to push back on those quote unquote norms, you have to have a sense of, I'm just willing to go all in on myself. I'm willing to take this chance on myself because, and I mean, anybody that's making this money that we hold as, like, when you hear the word icon or you hear the word great or any big name celebrity and all that, bro, like, we can't look at them and say, nah, they was a real great mastermind of their craft and all those type of words when we talking about these basketball players, these actors, you know what I'm saying, that we calling, and these music artists that we calling like the greatest of all time. Do you know how big it would be to be in the top 100 greatest of all time? Do you know how many people have done this in general? So when you put me in the top 100 of any of the categories, so when you put me in the top 100 greatest of all time in one of these categories, then that mean I fucking killed this shit. Like, I really went out here and I did this. They had to have a level of, hey, I know what y'all saying, but I'm gonna keep dribbling this basketball. Hey, this music sound good to me. Okay. Like, oh nah, this little science practice, hey, look, I think this is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to I think before you ever look at what could be, you gotta look at what it is. Like, this is somebody's passion before it's somebody's paper chaser. You know what I'm saying? Like, this you already have to know, like you said, bro, you already gotta know that for a while, this is just me. This is just me. Like, the money that will go behind it is coming out of my pocket. The money that will come in from it is because I'm working at a regular job, but I'm also pursuing, like, I think when people feel like if you gotta work a regular job and you know what I'm saying, like you get off work every day and you come and get on here. You get off work every day, and when we wasn't coming on here every day, you was doing something. You was doing something on your computer for your, you know what I'm saying, for all the media content that you putting out. Most people feel like if you got to do that for 10 years, work your regular job, and then come in and do that, you're failing.
Mm-hmm.
Most people feel like if after 10 years, if you ain't even got a eye that got a little penny, a little money,
mm-hmm.
That's when they feel like you need to give up,
mm-hmm.
because they don't even, first of all, they don't even think you need to be working at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Because they want that instant gratification.
But the thing is, though, Christian, throughout human history, that is normal.
Yeah.
Like, that is normal. Like, trades were normal, but they're not celebrated anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they really do bring in money.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but arts have never been celebrated. But I think that the advent of the internet and these stars that they promote to you now make it seem like something. Do you know, I'm going to say something I don't know if you know, but I know most of the audience doesn't know. Do you know around 2013-ish, you know who Keisha Cole is?
Mm-hmm.
You know Keisha Cole went broke?
She did?
Yes. Superstar Keisha Cole. And she'll tell you about it. I got to find that interview for you. She talked about it. How it was like most of the thing, and DJ Academics has broke this down. This is why I love DJ Academics breaking down the music industry stuff. Most of your favorite artists are spending money that is not theirs. They're buying this stuff and they're paying for it, and they're becoming superstars off of credit. Mm-hmm. They're in debt to their labels. Yeah. And Keisha Cole talked about that, where it was like, you know, I was this big star. I had sold all these records and I was broke.
Yeah.
I was living in like a $150,000 house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Keisha Cole.
So
they think I'm living in this mansion. And it's like,
when they see me out, they see me in the
I can live in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, Black talked about that, where it's like, bro, like, I live in a regular neighborhood. It's nice, like, but in Atlanta, in LA, I got a regular house. Mm. It's cool.
Yeah,
but it's, you know what I mean? Like, don't think of, like, I know you think of me and you see star and you see.
But and you could come over here and this could be your grandma's house.
That's what I'm saying. Where it's just like, okay, you see these guys that have like, okay, like a favorite artist of mine, Hamp sent a song from him earlier today, Saba. Saba has like 2-3 million monthly listeners on Spotify. And I'm not saying this to shit on, bro. I'm just saying in realism, he's not doing arenas. He's doing 1,500 seat venues.
Yeah.
Now, with 1,500 seat venues, when you're going on tour, you're probably making 6 figures a year, right?
Right.
But that's not including everybody you got to pay too. Mm-hmm. So how much is he actually coming away with? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. Those are the things that aren't talked about, where it's just like, bro, the amount of money that you think people are making based on the amount of attention they're getting is not equal. Mm-hmm. And that's why it's like in creative fields, you can go do this, because most of the people that you think are rock stars are not making as much money as you think they are.
Yeah.
You can get, if your favorite artist is really bringing home like 100,000 a year, you can get to that. Mm-hmm. If your favorite NBA player, well, I won't say favorite. If an NBA role player is really taking home like $250 a year, you can get to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Where it's just like, okay, these go, like, if you're gonna go work at Best Buy for $45K, be an artist for 45K. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, if that's what you really want to do, but it's the attention, bro. It's the look. It's the perception. It's not the actual numbers. We're not looking at the actual numbers. We're not looking at the actual logistics. We're not trying to be part of a bigger whole. We want to be glamorized and we want to be respected by the women and by the dudes that surround us and by our family members. And I talked about this in another one, and I'm not going to get into the whole thing here, but it's like, they don't know though. You're trying to be respected by the people that are ignorant of the work and ignorant of what the results actually take, rather than asking the people in the field, rather than asking the people on the court.
Yeah.
Rather than asking the guys who are really doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, yes, you got to sacrifice some things, but that's why it's so important. People always ask me, why is it so important for me when I talk about, not having any kids? Because once I take on those responsibilities, right, I'm bound to them. So I'm not going to take those on until this gets handled first.
Yeah.
Because I am all the way focused on this.
Yeah.
This takes extreme levels of dedication.
I can't not have I gotta have my eyes elsewhere when I take those responsibilities on, and I can't afford not to have
not
my
while
eyes
I'm
on.
still making no money.
No.
Now, once I start making money off this, that is a different ball game that we're playing.
Yeah.
But when I'm still trying to get to the money,
Yeah.
no, this I have to be a cave dweller.
Yeah.
I have to be a basement dweller. I have to, I can go out and live my life,
Yeah.
but I can't share my life with anybody because the goal is to get this somewhere. And that's just going to come along with it. But because we don't have anybody even talking about it, we don't even know what to look for, much less what the lifestyle requires, much less what the work requires.
What the sacrifices require.
And so we don't even know what we love. We don't really know who we want to be. We don't know all the possibilities of who we want to be. Like, if you're good at graphic design, why are you not being someone's email marketer? That's all email marketing is. Putting together a whole bunch of email properties that market to people based on graphic images and text. You have the skills already, but we don't know these jobs exist. We don't know that people need teams of people like this. So we don't even know to try to get there.
Yeah. And you look at it and, let's say documentaries, for example, right? Everybody got a documentary on the star of the thing. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, the main focus of the thing. Ain't nobody looking at the person who set up the stage for that celebrity and interviewing them.
The person who did the lights.
Sure. Maybe, just maybe. And because I know people probably they probably don't deserve no full documentary. Y'all not even giving them no time in the documentary to talk about, because the first thing people say is, bro, how did you even find this job? You ain't even what? Why are we still asking that question? Why we not asking them in their projects that they're taking part in? Hey, you said you've been a stage director how long? What all did that entail? What was your original choice?
How do I get started?
Like, where does the love for this come from?
Exactly. But you know what it is, Christian? Keep it a buck. We don't care about those people. They're not important enough to us.
I was finna say, if you didn't say it, I was gonna be like, we don't respect it.
You know who doesn't matter? You know who doesn't matter? To society, You know who doesn't matter? Chick-fil-A matters. You know who doesn't matter? The guy that delivers the bread for Chick-fil-A, though.
Yep.
But we won't ask him how he got started in that.
Yeah.
We won't
Yeah.
ask the girl. You said that one of the girls that you went to school with is a market director for Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, where does that come from?
Yeah.
Where
when
does
she said that, I was like, hold on. And guess what she said? Because I said, oh, wow. You a marketing director for Chick-fil-A? She said, now don't get it twisted. I still hand out food. I still, you know what I'm saying? I still do everything a regular Chick-fil-A employee do. But I do this too. And I said, well, how did you, well, the first thing I said was, well, I mean, I know you probably got exposure to it, you know what I'm saying, being at Chick-fil-A. But how did you come across this? And I still gotta, you know, hit her up and, you know, figure out more about that because we was busy at the time, so we didn't have time to really get into that discussion about it or whatever. But we talked about it on one of the other episodes, I believe, or maybe this was off air. I can't remember. But why can't we make this stuff leverage in our favor? Like, why?
because it's not sexy.
But you,
It don't get the panties dropped. It don't get the pat on the back.
but
It don't get the dap. It don't get the be like, boy, my nephew.
I said in another episode, you need to find you something you love in life. And I say here, I feel like if you ain't got nothing you love in life, love to do in life, you're not living it. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can love your 9 to 5. You can have hobbies too. And that be all you love. And you live your regular life and you just love the job and love your hobbies and that's your life. You can do that. But you got to have something. Something got to be able to, you know, my store manager asked us today. He said he practices this like with his kids at the dinner table every night. He said he calls it a peek and pit. Mm-hmm. And what they talk about is what was the peak of your day and what was the pit of your day every day. And
good dad.
Yeah. And he and we all say, like, regardless of how we feel about whatever management he got going on, we always say, nah, this guy, like, if this whole managed thing position don't work, I know he got a field in a motivational speaker. I know he do.
That's not a job to most people. That's not a real job. What we're doing right now is not a real job to the niggas in the comments, to the people in the comment section.
Y'all don't think them people in TED Talks, y'all don't think this is their career?
No, they don't think that's a real job, dude. But you know what you call them when they're not on YouTube doing it? Consultants. Mm-hmm. Company, corporate consultants. Mm-hmm. They're charging, and I know because Myron Golden is one. And he's on YouTube and he does Bible studies, but he's a corporate consultant. And I know for a fact because he said it. I know for a fact he's getting $350 a book. Mm-hmm. You book him for an hour, it's $350 off rip, off top.
Yeah, he need that.
So depending on how long you need him to go, you might be paying him a meal outright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, he said, what was your, he asked me, because we go around in the little group or whatever in the meeting every day, and he said, what was your peak in your pit of your day? And I said, okay, I was probably door dashing a little longer than I wanted to for my pit, but my peak was when I got home and got on here. And he was like, you record every time? Yep, I got a podcast. Oh, you got a podcast? It's like it be new news to everybody. Like, I don't be walking around with a shirt with me on it, and they ask me every week, who is that? Is that you? And who is the other dude? And I say the same thing every day, every week. Yeah, I got a podcast. every time they ask me something like that, what's something interesting about yourself? I got a podcast. What do you like to do? Podcast. When you leave out of here, what's your favorite thing to do? Podcast. What you learn about yourself? I like the podcast. I'm trying to push. Why? Because guess what I realized? We could use all the odds we could get on this.
Mm-hmm.
Loudmouth motivational speaker over here gonna hear me every day say, and we got a podcast. Cause on the off chance he go home and he tell his wife, yeah, interesting. You know, one of my associates, he got a podcast. Oh, what's the name? And because at the end of the day, you might have been worried about it before, but I done told you enough now that I already done let you know. Motivational speaking is something I want to go into. This is where I saw, okay, without having to tap into something I didn't want to do, which was go to school and all that, this was an avenue to get on here and see what that's like. And when I'm getting told, boy, y'all boys, when I played 3 minutes of an episode of me just going for somebody and that's you? Yeah, that's me. Well, what's the context behind what you was talking about in them 3 minutes that you let me hear? Oh, I was talking about this, that, and the third. Man, you be thinking like that? Oh yeah. Oh, send me the podcast. Dang, bro, the ones that's already out. Here, I'll send you the link. I send you find out that certain people that you wouldn't even think listening to this. And it's like, because the more I get on here, the more my love for it grows. I'm willing to take the other route. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to look at this and say, hey, well, I mean, if for some chance, like this was my thought process, if for some chance Maya was ever getting burnt out, I'm going to be the catalyst to make sure he don't. Cause I know he been rocking at this for so long, and he kind of just picked up his rook in it. Oh, well, he about to see that I'm the most motivated in the gym, ready to go. That's why I came and told you, let's do it every day. Because just in case you were like, okay, it's been 19 years, which I know you wasn't, but just in case if that was ever creeping up in your mind, yeah, okay, I probably need to start looking at other stuff if this don't take off pretty soon, or if I don't see nothing from it pretty soon. It was, hey, well, okay, I just got started in this. So you probably do got, if you rocking with me, you probably got, if you don't have 10 more years of no money, you got 10 more years of, years worth of work that need to be, hey, Christian, let's not do it like that.
Yeah.
Let's nah, that was cool, but I think we need to do it like this. I think we need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm still learning the ropes.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I know you, so like, when you see somebody that's eager to,
Yeah,
especially when it's in your own avenue or something,
yeah,
you're like, oh, okay.
but my view on this is different, because I'm gonna tell you why I'm nowhere near burnt out. I just need to find a new thing to do, because my whole mindset, and the reason I haven't quit, is because my whole mindset is, okay, these first 10 was me getting the skills.
Yeah.
I just now registered the business. Yeah. Now the next 10 is making the productions for the business. And in my mind, the next 10 is making the productions for the business to start.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it money. Then the next 10 is the growth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of the money. And then the next 10 after that is where we pivot. into company status and
Mm-hmm.
and as much as I would love to do it while I'm young, in my mind, it's already made up. Like this, like you said, this is my career.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna have a 40, 50, 60 year career in this.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna do it my way.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I couldn't do school.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I couldn't do everything else that everybody was telling me to do, because it's okay, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get myself in debt and I'm gonna get this degree and I'm gonna get this job and I'm going to abandon it. Like, this is like, I cannot serve two masters. I can't pick. You know why I can't do a career in tech? I'm not staying in tech. And see, that was my whole plan, where I was like, okay, I'm going into tech for the money, but I don't plan to stay. And then I realized, why am I doing that? That doesn't make sense. There's so many other ways to get the money. The money is not that's not the holdup, if that's your holdup.
Yeah.
The money is not that is not the issue, bro. You come from no money. You can get a job.
Facts.
If all you want is money to be able to support yourself until you can get,
Mm-hmm.
you stay right where you at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe you can't have the most glamorous, but that's not what this is about.
No.
This is not about the fame.
No.
This is about me and my love. This is about sharing that love with other people who love this.
This is a passion.
Yes.
It's something that
This is me, though.
I use this. The only reason I preference you getting burned out is because usually by the time people hit your year mark in this,
they're done.
That's where they are.
They're about done. Yeah, they're about done.
So I have to. When I say just in case,
Yeah.
of course I.
Oh no, I understand.
Yeah.
And I was about to get burnt out, but I was burnt out of my old. I was burnt out of my old playground.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't trying to play on the playground no more. I was trying to hoop on the court now.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to run on the field.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was still making productions playground style because I had got comfortable with that, not realizing
You had been mastered that.
I mastered that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mastered that.
Yeah.
I can't. I look at this like Steph Curry looks at basketball.
Yeah.
I want to push myself.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see how far and how good I can really get. I mastered the playground. I just stopped doing the playground shit a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mastered the playground shit probably 5 years ago.
Yeah. I don't know if you because been on no media fast. So I don't know if you've seen it, but crossed the dude up, and he hit a fadeaway three, and the look on his face was like, man, I'm killing this. And it's like, if you that far into what you got going on, what he been in the NBA, 14 years?
Who's Steph now?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
14 years?
Something like that. Yeah, 2009. Yeah.
When you still going, when they still asking you, well, what did you think about that? Shoot, I'm surprising myself. I'm still surprising myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm still improving.
Mm-hmm.
I just practiced that on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
It's Thursday, and I decided I'm gonna see what I can do.
Mm-hmm.
So when I hit it, I'm like, man, yes. Like, when you find something that you're good at and you're still going, can't nobody mess with me with this creative stuff. that's when you know you have a knack for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand, but you probably knew you had a knack for this.
Yeah.
You probably already knew. It was just time for you to go, okay, well, I shoot these threes great. I'm trying to go finish at the rim.
Yeah.
You know, like what my defense look like.
Yeah.
Like okay, I've been putting out these. I'm glad I didn't lose this point. Once you become the content you grew up watching, it was time to elevate.
Yes, sir.
When you was,
Yes, sir.
when
You're
you
right.
was-
You're
when-
absolutely correct.
because at one point it was, I want to make content like that.
And now I'm not even Christian. You know how I know that? I'm not even watching that content no more. I'm watching the content I'm making now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where do you think I'm getting the ideas from?
Yep. The same place you was 10 years ago, getting the ideas from. Oh, I can just record this off my phone, and I can record this Dokkan video off me playing a game that I love anyway, and that can go up into 3 separate videos where I just talk about whatever. It's like, okay, cool. That got me loving it because I just kept knocking them out.
I learned how to edit.
Yep, I learned how to edit, and
I figured out how the audio shit work, and
D's got my name out there. And you're feeling good because you like, I done built up 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying? Channels worth of
1,000.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but when you say to yourself, hey, but this just entry level. Like when you just went and broke down your 10 years in 4 different sets of 10 years, like, it only registered that that's 40 years worth of work because I know what 10 times 4 is.
Correct.
But if you
when you gotta live it though,
but if you ask me if you gotta live it and it's 10 by 10 by 10 by 10, it's just different work.
Yeah. That's a career though.
Yeah.
That's a career though.
Like when you look back and you say, "Oh, I've been doing this 40 years." You know, I went door dashing, and I said to myself, "Man, I can't believe I'm picking up this Golden Corral DoorDash order. Like, who does that, right?" But I went in there and they got banners on with like little descriptions or little where they got the workers. It's meet our baker, meet our butcher, meet our, you know what I'm saying? And I looked at the butcher one, and because I think he was the only one that stated how long he had been doing it.
Yeah.
He said, I've been a butcher, you know what I'm saying, for 30 years.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and I'm like, he don't look like he 50 nothing.
Yeah.
He looked like he about 4, like at the most he late 40s.
Yeah.
So that mean, like, if what I'm thinking is true, I don't know, but if what I'm thinking, he could be older than that. But if what I'm thinking is true, he started this late teenage years.
Yeah. But that's how most people back in the day, though, Christian. That's how people did it.
Mm-hmm.
When you had a love for making weapons, when you had a love for whatever, that's what you did.
Yeah.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
And you supported your family off that, and you based your life off that, but that is what you did.
And I brought that up to say, y'all, he said in there he's the first one to get there and the last one to leave at Golden Corral.
It ain't even about Golden Corral for that, man.
No. But you want to know what else it's not about? Me knowing that he been doing this for 30 years and Golden Corral is where he worked.
Nah. He don't care nothing about that.
It don't matter.
He don't care nothing about that.
He don't care that when he walk out his house, they say, "Oh boy, that's the best." He don't care that don't nobody say that. Oh, that's the best butcher in all of meat butchering. Like
he knows it.
He know that No, I found something I'm great at. I love doing it. That's where the constant. Oh, before I get burnt out, let me switch the method up. Before I get, let me reinvent. Hey, I've been cutting like this for so long. I've been editing for like this for so long. Let me try. I've been using the same what's the name of the software we
Audacity.
I've been using that. Let me see something real quick.
Didn't I tell you that? And that's the crazy part because we just had this conversation last night where I was telling you I love using Audition because now I'm getting able to use more advanced tools. Now I'm able to make this audio sound better. Now I'm getting into After Effects where it was a few years ago that I finally picked up. Dude's been telling me about After Effects for the last probably 8 years. Probably since year 2 of me doing this content creation stuff. But I finally picked it up about 2 years ago. And I'm at the point now where it's like, okay, now I know how to use it. Now I know how to make these different compositions to where I can make our intro in a completely different software and 2 days later switch the software and do it again. Where it's like, but nobody's gonna see that. Nobody's gonna see, but you gotta know that you can love it, one, and that love can turn into a profession in order to even want to put in that work. But most people don't know that they can be those things. They don't even know it exists. They don't even know there's a career path for it. They don't even know there's a blueprint to follow that to make money off of it. They don't know. They don't even know because we don't tell them. And I think it's our job as the generation that does know, that does get to see this, that gets to be this. It is our job to make that available. That needs to be public information.
Right. You because somebody needs this. Like before you asked me to be a guest on your podcast, bro, I wouldn't have got into this avenue. Guess what I don't do? When we were first recording, bro, I wanted to listen to every episode. Why? Because I wanted to see how I sounded. I knew I sounded like in my head, I sounded like I ain't belong on no microphone. I sounded like, oh, nah, he just started doing this. Now I listen and I go, oh, I don't sound nothing like that no more. I don't sound nothing like that no more. But as I began to love it, I began to want to get better at it. I began to want to, that's another reason it was, oh no, let's come on here every day. Let's get in this as much as possible. Let's crank these out like it's nothing. Because if don't nobody hear this episode for 6 months, I know it's in the tuck. I'm finna go listen to it 1,000,000 times to go see what can I improve on.
I'm gonna boost your head up for a second. This last little 2 weeks of recording every day has made you better. I'm gonna tell you something you probably didn't even notice. Do you know I never have to look at you about whether you're holding your mic in front of your mouth now?
No.
You didn't even notice that. You didn't even notice it. You didn't even notice it. That's one of those things where you do it so much, you probably subconsciously said, damn, I keep having to bring my mic from over here. Let me start. And now, like, it's been like that for at least 5 days now. Where it's just like, bro, you don't even got to tell Christian, hey, talk more into your mic. Or you don't even got to think it, talk more into your mic. He just doing it.
See,
that's getting better. That's getting better.
And that wasn't even something I was paying attention to.
Exactly. But it's subconscious. When you do something over and over, and when you put your heart into it, and when you put your love into it, it can't not become a profession after that. You are now a professional when you're doing it at that high of a rate, at that high of a clip, at that high of a level.
See, and like I said, how this correlates to what we've been talking about is, if I say I want to go speak in front of people, this is going out into the public. When people saying, "Oh my, that's you talking like that," like somebody out there is looking like, "Oh nah, I heard what that young fella said when at minute 23:05, and he just got to talking for a second right there. That was something I had never heard before." If that's what I want to go do with my life, that's why I got to get in here and get better. This is where my work come in at. where it's how to learn how to have better conversation with the same person over and over and over and over again, because I won't be having too much conversation with people in the arenas I'm trying to play with. They'll just have all eyes glued on me. You know what I'm saying? And I need to know how to control a room. I need to know how to get conversation across and keep people drawn on and not stray away too far from, you know what I'm saying, from what I started off talking about. And I need to know how to talk for long periods of time and wrap it all around one central thing. So if that's the stuff that I need to do, then yes, I need to get in here every day. I need to let you ask me a question and me take the episode over. I need to go, as we say. You know what I'm saying? Just because, even if I don't feel, even if, because I said, I told you off air like today or yesterday. Shoot, I didn't know if it was gonna be. It was gonna be times where might ask you a question and I might not really have no answer for him, or not no long winded answer, or you know what I'm saying. Like I might not be able to go back and forth with him. I might not be able to contribute like that. And I said that, right, but then I went back and I'm looking and I'm like, no, we still went 53 minutes, and on our shortest episodes we was going 45, and it's like, shoot, Maya went, but you went too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh no. Like that's when I look and I go, I'm getting better, so I know I need to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
He see I'm getting better. I see I'm getting better. They see I'm getting better. The people I know that listen to this is letting me know, hey, you working for real. Y'all working for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To the point to where everybody, when can we be on?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, no. But you can have that same love and passion for whatever, bro. Your baking, yo make you can. I'm seeing so many people want to make clothes. Please keep making clothes.
Yeah.
Please keep making clothes, because what you don't know is I want some shirts made. I want some hoodies made. I want some merch made. So don't give up, because ain't nobody
Make clothes for 10 more years, because there's somebody that's 10 right now that's gonna be 20 in 10 more years, and they gonna want your stuff.
Yeah. Keep doing the hair, because somebody always gonna need their hair done. You fell in love with barbering. Just because you ain't got no clientele yet, how you gonna build it if you quit? How you gonna build it if you quit? Because you've been doing it 3, 4, 5 years and you ain't really seen no money from it, because just the only people that you cut hair for is just them. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. You never know who's saying what about you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Trying to get you in the avenue, in the arenas that you need to be in, so you can start making some money off you said a YouTuber just cut grass, bringing in money off that.
He cut grass for free and make money off recording him cutting the grass for free.
And he was gonna do that anyway.
Cause he cut grass, cause that's his business. He's a landscaper. That's his business.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he found a way for his business. His business is making him money in a completely different.
And guess what? It's great promotion for his business.
Exactly. It get more eyes on. Now, imagine somebody say, hey, where are you located? I will book your services for you to come from such and such down here to down here. Give me a price. Because, yeah, I've been watching your YouTube videos and you cut one hell of a piece of land. Like, it's like.
But we don't look at that as a profession, though. And it's, man, I don't know, man.
Because everybody trying to be a celebrity.
Everybody want to be a celeb.
Like, bro.
Everybody want the fame.
You should care more. You should care more about leaving an impression and being impactful than and having an imprint on. Because
So, Christian, are you saying that having people know you and leaving an impact are not the same thing?
Yeah. Yeah, because one come with sacrifice. Like, it's a whole bunch of people that know me and know I do a podcast. They don't come and listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
They don't come and listen. I'm talking about my friends.
Yeah.
They know I do a podcast. They follow the pod page. They sharing and liking. They don't press play on no episode. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here for the people that I grew up with to cheer me on.
And you know what? And I know what you gonna say. I'm telling them, hey man, thanks for sharing.
Thank you. It's a young nigga. It's a young dude. It's a young girl that follow your page that ain't never heard nothing like this before. That even if she never come subscribe, like, comment, press play. If she hear a 2-minute clip of one of us saying, hey, I know things get rough, but just keep going. It'll all work out in the end. And her life don't end. Oh, my job is done.
And she say, dang, I needed that today.
That kept me going.
Then my job is done.
That's what we after with this.
You had we had a clip of you saying that, where it was like, is that clip with the LeBron clip where we got the NBA players working, and you was like, you know, you want the fame or you want the notoriety, and it's like, nah, I want this impact for real. I gotta show you that clip just in case you don't remember which one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but it's you talking though,
and I feel like I remember what you're talking about.
You'll know what I'm talking about when I show you.
Yeah,
it's this one here. We can pull up right here. It's in the drive. I'll pull up right here. Pull it up right here, right here. It ain't in this drive. It's on YouTube. Hold on. This one.
If you trying to rush greatness, you will find that. If you trying to rush the process and hurry up and get the quick bag and get the what bro say, you want fame, you want to do the right. Like nah, I want this impact for you. If you
that one.
Yeah. And I meant it. Like, you, because at the end of the day, I mean, if I'm, you know what I feel like? If I'm chasing the impact and imprint and impression, instead of trying to be impressive, everything else will come after that.
Yep. When you focus on serving the people.
Because I'm not serving the people. I'm just serving. That's where my focus is. When I'm doing that, everything come after that. Everything after that is blessed.
Everything come with it.
Yeah, like.
And that's why it's like, you know, I'm at my job and I'm trying to tell them, like, you know, you're never going to get me to care about these numbers.
No.
You're never going to get me to push more, and you're never going to get me to offer more, and you're never going to get me. And if it's that much of a problem, fire me.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you right now, what you know how I measure my success? One, my numbers are always there anyways. That's the craziest part. But you know how I measure my success? How many people come back in here and say, is Tamaye here?
Right.
Because I see trying to get either one of y'all. Both of y'all that help me.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is my clientele.
Great
I
service.
had a guy sit up there. I was late for work. I had a guy and his mom sit up in T-Mobile for 20 minutes waiting on me. Said, well, we can help you. Nope. If he coming, I'll wait on him.
I don't have nowhere else to be.
That's when you know you doing real work.
Yeah.
When people is coming up and for 3 months straight, it seemed like every week somebody bringing me a card with some money.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody bringing me a gift up there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know these folk. They
Yeah.
can't even really pronounce my name.
Bro, bro, you're just a T-Mobile representative. And they're going no because they not. You want to know why you getting gifts and why people are willing to wait on you? Because they passed the T-Mobile Tamaye name tag and shirt. It's the person.
They're looking at me.
It's the person.
They looking at me and they feel like I made them feel some type way.
I can't pronounce this dude's name, but every time I come in here, it seemed like I get this feeling like I done known him for a little minute.
Yeah.
And I mean, all I come in here to do is I pay this T-Mobile bill, and now I know that he got a business. He do this, he do that. He done gave me his business card. He know I'm married. I got kids. I do the family and all this other type stuff. It's like none of this has anything to do with you coming in here to pay your phone bill.
And you hear people all the time. Well, I ain't gonna say no names, but it's like you hear people all the time. Well, I don't really care about people's lives like that, but shoot. I make them feel like I do so I can get this sale because I'm going to get this up at you, this up at you, this up at you. See, our approaches are different. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that. I get why you did it that way, but this is how I'm going to do it. Or I actually really do care about
people's lives.
I really do. I'm asking because I really do want to have a conversation about. And I really am interested. Mm-hmm. I have Miss Kennedy come up there all the time. I'm subscribed to her little YouTube channel. I don't want to say little. I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel. She done moved to TikTok. I haven't been able to watch because I'm not on TikTok. Yeah. But every time she came in, I knew exactly who she was. Cause she used to make YouTube videos talking about God. And I used to watch. Because I'm genuinely interested when people tell me stuff like that. And
find out her TikTok and let me know.
I think it's just her name. But they come in and they feel me, and that is why maybe I'm not getting 5 lines in one, but my numbers don't say that. I might not be hitting a big sale every day, but I'm going so consistent throughout the months. My check don't say that. You know what I mean? And you can apply that to this.
Yeah.
But because you don't have an established customer base, it's going to take a while before they get to paying you for it. And that's okay. Don't let anybody tell you that that's not okay, especially, and I'm not talking junk. It just has to be something that is said because it has to be put into its proper context. You cannot let the judgments of people who never pursued or never learned what they really wanted to do take you off course from doing and becoming who you really want to be. And that is broader than what they conditioned you to believe it is. There are, especially in today's world, nobody ever thought you could ever make playing a video game a profession. Yeah. It's not just a profession anymore. They call it an e-sport. Yeah. It is nationally televised on the Electronic Sports Programming Network. That is ESPN, if you're wondering. Yeah. Where LeBron play. Yeah. Where Pat Nam play. Yeah. You got dedicated nationally televised esports events on ESPN every year now. This is not just YouTube. And even if it was, you mean the YouTube who has 2.9 billion users.
Mm. Is that people with channels?
No, that's people who actively
Watch
watched
YouTube.
YouTube last year.
Mm.
There's 7 billion in the world. So they have nearly half the people in the world on this platform.
Mm.
That's when you know this is not just the conventions of what was yesterday are not today, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And do not let the people stuck in yesterday tell you about what you need to be today in order to have the best tomorrow. Because if they knew, they'd be better today.
Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And definitely, and this is the last thing I got to say. Definitely don't let nobody who stalled out tell you to give up on your dream. Don't let nobody who telling you don't be like them. They can't tell you about your dream. They can't tell you how that little doing hair stuff ain't gonna take off and get you a salon. That man, my sister, my older sister, talk about it all the time. She was working at a plant. She prayed and quit same day. Lord, I just want to keep doing what I love, and I want to do that full time with no money, no backing, except the couple of people she would get on the weekends. She left her job, her conventional every week, every 2 week check. I've been to one of her. I think I went to her first pop up shop. She done had like 4 or 5 since then. This is how she support her and her little girl. Like her name out there. You know what I'm saying? Like amongst people I know, go get their hair done by her. And it's funny because I be thinking, you know, the world's so small. I bet if I said, yeah, you know, that's my big sister, they gonna be like, it is. It's like, no, yeah, I wouldn't even know. I know, cause you wouldn't know, but I bet you know to go get your hair done by her though. You done brought her more client. You done brought her client after client after client. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, I respect that. You, because that's somebody that knew. Oh man, I don't want to work here. I got something I love to do. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I go get my hair done, I don't go get my hair done by my actual sister, but I go get my hair done by somebody that's like my sister, and I get told, "Oh nah, you know this my happy place." It ain't got to be. It ain't got to be that uh, um it ain't got to be that your name all throughout. You know what I'm saying? You a celebrity hairdresser, or you a celebrity this, that, and the third. You ain't got to be all that. When we go get our haircut, bro, feel like he need to tell us about his whole life story. To the point where I'm asking, bro, how your kids? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm there for. When I go get my hair done, well, what's been going on with you? The personal relationships, the impact, the imprint. What's going on? What's going on? Hey, I was listening to your pod. You was? Oh, that's cool. When I get told, oh my goodness, y'all back on here? Y'all back going for it? Bye. I'm finna go listen to all this. Okay, well, I'll catch you in about a week because we about a week in. You know what I mean? So like we got about 7 episodes. It's already, you know what I'm saying? and you probably behind from the last one, so I don't know. That's what I be there for. Cause I know somebody mind gonna get changed. Somebody life gonna get impacted by that. And that's what I feel like I was put here to do.
Yes, sir.
Be an impact. Not make the most money. Make the most of this.
This life.
Exactly.
This gift.
Yeah.
And I get it, man. We all gotta do. We're all adults. So we know sometimes you gotta do what you have to do to do what you wanna do.
Mm-hmm.
But don't ever forget what you wanna do.
No, definitely not.
Don't ever forsake what you wanna do. Don't let what you gotta do become your life, because then you're gonna hate it.
Yep. This is I get up at 3 a.m. Monday through Friday. And I go to work from 4 to 12. And I'm probably going to go DoorDash. And I be tired. But for about an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe, you know what I'm saying? Sitting right here. Not worried about none of that. Not worried about what I got to do next. Not thinking about how bad my day at work was. Not thinking. I remember my manager asked his kids what the peak and pit of their day was. My peak didn't happen until I had already been in my pit. I had already had the part of my day where I was like, man, I can't believe I'm out here. It's 9 o'clock. I got like 3-4 hours because I gotta get home, take a shower, eat. I still got stops to make. I'm 20 minutes away from the house. I'm aggravated. I done ran into this. Door that should work, but it don't at this gas station. Everything's starting to just get on my nerves now because I'm nowhere near my crib. I still got to drive. I'm about to drive this gas that I just put in out just to get home. And I got stops to make. You know how it is. You get aggravated. Life get on your nerves. But then we press play. No, I'm all right. Remember last episode? If you can't find your at least, something's up. Find your at least. I came home to all this, and at least I got to record. My day wasn't even, because he ended it. I ain't even finished saying what I was gonna say. He ended it off with, "Hey, think about your pit, and then ask yourself, that was it." And I said, what a word. Because yeah, you're right. If we all sitting up here talking about, he said, I didn't hear nobody say they was in a car accident. I didn't hear nobody say they lost a loved one, that they went without no food. I didn't hear nobody say none of that. And I said, oh, okay. I'm taking that with me then. I might really start jotting down the peak and pit of my day from now on. Because if all I got to look back at and say is, man, I had this one DoorDash customer that aggravated me. It's like, oh no, my day wasn't bad at all. Not about to let that take me off my. But that's what these places, these hobbies, these passions, these dreams. That's why you are supposed to go work, and you are supposed to support yourself and your family and all that. And like you said, until you can make this that, you do what you got to do. But you always make sure you have time to do something that you want to do. I talk to people at my job now all the time. The 62-year-old man, he built displays at the job. And I ask, so what do you do when you get off at 4? Every day. Oh, I got some work around the house to do. I'm building this. I said, hey Bill, you don't ever want to rest? He said, I'm good off 3-4 hours. When I get home, I'm going in the shed and I'm finding a project to work on.
That is his rest.
Exactly. That's
That
his
is where he rewind, where he unwind.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's where
like this for us. This is where we recharge.
You know
this is where we
like,
this is where we find that comfort.
Yeah, where it's just like, okay, that was outside life.
D draw.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Hamp go play ball.
Yeah, and it's just nobody but him and the hoop and the ball. No matter whether he playing a game with 7 people or not, it's him and his safe space.
Yeah,
it's find you a safe space. Find you a safe space. You like to write, keep right,
and be the best in that shit.
Exactly. Go do it.
Be the best in it.
Go do
Push yourself in it,
because
you go find so much fulfillment in that, bro. I heard Hamp say, "Man, I'm so light out there on the court now. I'm so light out there now. I'm getting up and down. I'm real bouncy. I'm real swift."
You know, like when I hear him talking about, no matter what happened with this basketball stuff, I'm in love with it.
Can't stop hooping.
He'd never stop. He'd never put a basketball
Can't stop
down.
hooping.
When Hemp put his basketball down,
he'll probably be talking about it.
Exactly. We can have basketball discussions with Hemp, and then he'll go play, and then we'll come back and still talk basketball with him. That's what. Find yours. Find your version of basketball for him.
What you love, man. What you love. A lot of people don't know what they love. They don't love nothing.
Find you something to love. Because I truthfully don't believe you don't love money. You just know you need it. So if you don't love money and you just know you need it, this is what your heart needs, your soul needs, your mind needs. Your mind needs something that occupies it that isn't bull of life. Your everyday mundane. This need to be on your worst Monday, your most bored Monday, on the rainiest of I just didn't feel like getting out of bed. This is where you come.
Mm-hmm.
We sit at the grandma table every night.
Mm-hmm.
And we discuss. We might not actually have an actual conversation until we press play.
Mm-hmm.
And then after we stop, that's when we actually talk. Me and Maye. Christian and Maye. That's when we'll talk. Not the host of this podcast. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, okay, this led me to come in here and we kept talking about whatever we was talking about. If we wasn't doing this, we might not talk. So it's like, yeah, no. And then you find out stuff like, bro, how long you been feeling like that? Oh, it's been about a week or two. Oh, I've been feeling good for about a month and a half. I really meant to come tell you, but you know what I'm saying? We just been so. And it's like, no, that's a reason you say, let's get in here every day. Because if it's going to lead to more conversations like that, then I'm all for it. You all for it. That's what you need to think about. Not chasing no dollar. You're chasing the love of life. Take us home, man.
Y'all been rocking with us for a while now. We at 40 what? 3? 42?
Ugh, 50 creeping.
Real soon, man. Y'all rock with us so hard.
And we appreciate everybody that tuned in week to week to week. Coming in getting these gems you ain't know you needed to hear until you heard them.
And they was all up in your eardrums.
Man, we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all keep coming back for more, and we're going to keep dropping them. But until next time, gang.
Peace.